Good morning to everyone. Namaskar and welcome on board for this AICT Atal sponsored FDP on emotional intelligence. I welcome on board all the participants coming from all over India, coming from 20 different states and one union territory to participate in this program, in this FDP, coveted FDP of emotional intelligence. I sincerely hope that you are going to enjoy and learn a lot, and the takeaway will be a great wisdom through this FDP of emotional intelligence. And this is Dr. Pragya Singh from IIIT Allahabad, who I'm going to coordinate, and we are going to be meeting every day, each hour, just to discuss what we have for you in store. And before I just move on to welcoming our directors and the eminent guests present over here, I would like to just give a brief info about what
Impressed. I should have married somebody else. I married instead of this lady, that lady. Instead of getting a scooter, I would have got a car. I would have got a car. I would have got a bungalow. That is the difference. Some people told me, sir, you have as many as 31 PhD candidates, and why still you are not built a house for yourself? Look at this. This is statement is depressing, but that should not depress me at all. If I start thinking, had I collected at least so much of money from every PhD scholar, at least I could have built a very big house by this time. That should not depress me at all. So,
Dr. Nagbhushan, the IIIT is marching ahead in the service of nation to achieve its vision, mission, and objectives. So, as I know, you are a well-known, distinguished academician and researcher who possesses a vast experience in research and development activities and has achieved a number of honors and awards at national and international level. I'm highly impressed with your academic profile, with your vision, and highly impressed with your speech. So I'm glad to know that Department of Management Studies, IIIT Allahabad is organizing Atal Academy FDP online mode, 5 days FDP on emotional intelligence from today to 17th of September 2020 at IIIT Allahabad. Now we know it as IIIT Prayagraj. In fact, Prayagraj has a very significant place in the history and is one of the oldest cities in India. It is crowned in ancient scriptures as Prayag or Tirthraj and is considered the holiest of pilgrimage center of India. Prayagraj is among the largest city of Uttar Pradesh and situated at the confluence of 3 rivers, as we know, Ganga, Yamuna, and the invisible Saraswati. From Honorable Director, I just came to know that in 2018, the government of Uttar Pradesh decided to change the name of the city of Allahabad to Prayagraj. And everyone in India tried to visit during the lifetime. There is a famous saying that जीते जी इलाहाबाद जाओ नहीं मरने के बाद तो जाना ही पड़ेगा.
Professor Verma for addressing the audience and his kind words. Sir.
So, good morning, sir. Respected Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Ravindra sir, Honorable Director, IIIT Allahabad, Professor Nagbhushan sir, Coordinator of the program, Dr. Pragya Singh, participants, colleagues, and all interested students who have got motivated with this program. Now, coming to the concept that FDP of any kind that relates to the either the trait model, mixed model, or the ability model. Learning is the part where we are not only empathized, but triple S of the emotional intelligence leads us. That is social awareness, social regulations, and social skills.
One is
Are emotions just a general feeling that we are happy and sad in our moments of success or moments of failure? No, it is not like that. It is more than that. Let's have a look at what emotions is all about.
Were very late considered. In fact, the Paul MacLean has advanced a concept of Pepys circuit, which came into 1940s, and Paul MacLean has developed his own theory on that, that the lower form of behavior is actually controlled by the lower form of brain, or lower form of behavior is controlled by the hindbrain, and the emotional behavior is controlled by the middle level of the brain, or the limbic system, which is a sort of a development all around our central core, which constitute thalamus, cingulate gyrus, the corpus callosum, the basal ganglia, and the gray masses like thalamus, hypothalamus, septum, and even hippocampus.
Today's, the area which we are going to discuss is emotional competencies and the mapping. It very clearly says that we are going to understand what are our emotional competencies and how do we understand whether we have it or we don't have it in us. So before I go ahead with that, if you look at this first screen, you would see there are so many emojis there. I mean, when I was thinking of emotions, unfortunately, I also thought of these smileys, people, I could see faces with different kind of expressions, different gestures, and that made me think that, have we gone so robotic? Are we so dependent on the pictorial presentation of something which is lively? Are we really into a zone wherein we are so dependent on the keyboards and on the androids and the smartphones,
which is also known as emotional quotient? Commonly we use the term emotional quotient. So it helps to relieve stress, communicate effectively, empathize with others, overcome challenges, and diffuse conflict, and a lot of other things. But we need to understand that emotional intelligence, when we talk of this term emotional intelligence, it involves a combination of competencies. It is not just single competence. It is a combination of various skills and competencies that goes into making a person emotionally intelligent. So what is emotional quotient then? There are two terms, emotional intelligence and emotional quotient. So again, even emotional quotient is the ability to sense, understand, and effectively apply the power of emotions, and it is represented by a person's emotional intelligence.
Question, Professor Vishwas, two things are important. One is giving them the tool, which is through breathing meditation. Second is giving the parents the tool. Most of the time, children are stressed because of the parents. They
are up to things you love, wanting to grow and learn more. This learning mindset positively affects other areas of your life, like relationships. So this quality 3, curiosity, is very important. Then the fourth is analytical mind. The most emotionally intelligent and resolute people are deep thinkers that analyze and process all new information that comes their way. They continue to analyze old information, habits, and ways of doing things to see if they can extract ways to improve. We are all analysts in the sense that we consciously think about all new information that comes our way. Heavy EQ individuals are problem solvers and everyday philosophers who contemplate the why of existence, the why of why we do what we do, why we do something, they ask, and who are passionately about living a virtuous life. They go on asking why. Having an analytical mind means having a healthy appetite for a continuously improving mindset geared at bettering yourself and always remaining open to new ideas. And the fourth quality of emotionally intelligent persons. Then the fifth quality is what is known as the belief. A major
My intention is that how to do a good research in emotional intelligence, job satisfaction, in any other area of research. It is only one of the case studies, not the final things. I will tell you the process of research, basically in the field of emotional intelligence and job satisfaction. Not only this particular area, other area also. When we pick up some of topic in research, basically in behavioral science, keep in mind three important issue, that is so-called construct, and that is so-called construct, that is so-called approach, and that is so-called sector. In short, it is called as the case. There are two different construct, two different subject here: emotional intelligence and job satisfaction. And one more thing, that is the approach, which approach I am following to do this kind of research, that is the causal research. Dear participants, all of you know there are three different layer of research. That is, one is called as the exploration, and second one is called as the description, third one is called as the causal. Causal research is the advanced part of research. All of you listening my point, please? Hello, audience, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, sir, I've requested them not to speak, but rather to text in the chat box.
Okay. Three different things. If you address any kind of topic of research, either to submit to funding agency or doing any kind of PhD programs or guiding to your students. I'm sure that all of participants present over here, all are PhD and they are supposed to guide their scholars. So three important things are very important when we pick up the good topic of research, and that is called as the construct, and second one is called as the approach, third one is called as the sector. Sector is nothing that maybe you can apply this concept to banking industry, you can apply in education sector, you can apply in BFSI, in some other industry. Causal research approach must be clear. Is it initial phase of research? It is the moderate phase of research? Is it advanced phase of research? Although causal research is the advanced phase of research. Now,
important role. Earlier, people thought that critical thinking and emotional thinking are very two different and opposing aspects of our brain. But now people are saying that no, they are very much interrelated. And you cannot work without emotion. You cannot have critical thinking also, rational thinking also without emotion. So emotions plays a very important role in our, not only in our life, but in our whole cognitive processes. Rather, I will go on to say that without emotions, human brain cannot work. And that's why I have added one perspective to this, which is a social cognition perspective. And I will, at the end, I hope, I will make you enthusiastic about doing research and seeing emotional intelligence from this cognitive perspective. Now, if you see that there are many ways in which emotion and intelligence and social intelligence, practical intelligence, these are some of the words which are there from the very beginning. And starting from, the time of Darwin. Now, Darwin, people know only for, the theory of evolution. But when Darwin has written that paper, he emphasized that for our survival, we require to express ourselves, and especially for mating with the other partner for kind of fertilization, you require to attract your opposite partner, and for that we have to have expressed emotions, and that is one of the very survival instinct of an animal, and including human being, and then that kind of general instinct has been enormously developed.
Nice introduction, and what I'll be talking about is something which is a clear departure from whatever we heard just now. Professor U.S. Tiwari is an expert on the subject, and through the last 2-3 days, we had a wonderful spectrum of things coming from art of living to Sahaj Yog to executive emotional intelligence to today we had a wonderful lecture talking about the building bricks and the models of emotional intelligence and emotions as well. What I'll be doing is I'll be looking at emotional intelligence and emotions from the point of view of computer science or information technology, so as to say.
There is a beautiful thing about emotion. So, in mind, you will see there are two distinct things which comes. Sometimes they are mixed, but sometimes we see they're completely different. One is thought. Everybody experience a lot of thoughts. Okay, yeah. How many thoughts? Huge per day. Okay, the Harvard Medical School has done a research with the probe in the brain, the EEG probe. Whenever there is a thought, there will be a pulse. Okay, they see that for normal human being, anybody can guess how many thoughts we get every day. You can write in the chat box. Okay, they will get an answer or manager. Okay, someone says guess. More guess 70 plus is the meter is rising high up. Okay, Dr. Aishwarya is saying 70 5K. Yeah, very nice.
A bit disturbing. A bit.
When I am using the word integration of emotional experience, I would like to bring home that it is quite natural to experience the same emotion in different ways across cultures, across situations, across various contexts. We find there is considerable variation. Anger is expressed in different ways. Love is also expressed in different ways in different cultures. So it's not only pure biological mechanism, but what you learn from the social environment, what rules you learn from culture, they also tell that how to express love, how to express anger, how to relate, how to interact with other individuals. All these things have a social script also. They are also approved by the group or community to which you belong. So it is not mere biological setup or biological mechanism that you have, but the kind of social and cultural context in which you live also contributes a lot. So we have various theoretical approaches, and I would like to point out they are very diverse. I have shown interest in this area. This is a welcome sign, and I hope that this will create a scenario where academia and work life will come closer. I look forward to many such interventions from the academic world so that we have something which can contribute to self-reliant India. We need people who are committed.
Science or any other domain of engineering. I think it's applicable
Yes.
to one and all. So
Yes, ma'am.
certainly
Yes,
at
ma'am.
my place of work, I will like to introduce. I look forward to what kind of changes can be
Yes,
made
ma'am.
in the course curriculum.
I will be really very happy if people from different areas can participate together and create some research work onto some platform. Possible to do some research development program. Similarly, we can have other research meetings that we can have a collaborative kind of projects, research work, some kind of work to be done, some instruments.
I welcome Professor Garg to speak up a few words. Welcome, sir.
थैंक यू प्रज्ञा मैम, थैंक यू वेरी मच। मैं आपका बहुत ग्रेटफुल हूँ कि आपने ये प्रोग्राम पहली बार इंडिया में हमारे लिए किया और इट्स ए ग्रेट अचीवमेंट फॉर अस। मैं गिरीश्वर सर मिश्रा जी को सुन रहा था, इट्स आई एम ग्रेटफुल, आई एम वेरी ग्रेटफुल सर। एंड उमा शंकर तिवारी जी को सुन रहा था। मैं दो को ही सुना, पर मुझे लगता है कि ये प्रोग्राम में हमारे लिए बहुत बड़ा अचीवमेंट रहा। इतने बड़े बड़े लोग आए और इतने अच्छे लेक्चर्स रहे। मेरा इस मामले में पहली बार हम लोगों ने AICTE में फैकल्टी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम में ये इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस का प्रोग्राम रखा है। हम लोग काफी टाइम से सोच भी रहे थे, पर जनरली हम थ्रस्ट एरियाज या इमर्जिंग एरियाज पे बात करते थे। इस बार हम लोगों ने करीब 117 एरियाज 117 एरियाज टोटल कवर किए। उसमें से इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस का था, तो इट इज माय फर्स्ट प्रोग्राम एक्चुअली इन इंडिया। तो आई एम अगेन, प्रज्ञा मैम हैव डन वंडरफुल। The manager, I am seeing the itinerary of the programs and lectures from the eminent speakers. तो मुझे लगा था कि नहीं, हाँ प्रोग्राम वर्थ वाइल है। आने वाले टाइम में हम लोग और इसको कैसे अच्छा कर सकते हैं, ये कर सकते हैं। मेरा और भी क्या था मैम, इसमें थोड़ा साइंटिफिक टेम्परामेंट आप लोगों ने इतना डाला है, इसको हमारे लिए एक तरह से पायलट प्रोजेक्ट था ये हमारे लिए। और अभी तक टोटल मिला के हम लोग ऑलमोस्ट 240 फैकल्टी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम कर चुके हैं, मार्च से लेके अभी तक हम लोग। और 36,000 फैकल्टीज को हम ट्रेन कर चुके हैं। पर हर प्रोग्राम में हमने एक स्ट्रेस मैनेजमेंट का सेशन डाल रखा है, तो वो इमोशन इंटेलिजेंस से कहीं ना कहीं वो रिलेटेड है उसका। और वो प्रोग्राम, वो लेक्चर, पूरे प्रोग्राम में जो 14 लेक्चर्स हैं, 14 सेशंस है, उसमें से यही लेक्चर सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस का होता है। सब लोग उसको एंजॉय भी करते हैं, रेलिश भी करते हैं और ग्रेटफुल भी होते हैं लास्ट में। वो तो ट्रॉमा रिलीफ का काम है हमारे लिए। तो अगेन आई एम टेलिंग, जिस हिसाब से ये प्रोग्राम मैनेज किया गया है और किया गया है, उस हिसाब से लगता है कि नहीं, हाँ हमारा इस प्रोग्राम को देना वर्थ था। और IIIT इलाहाबाद को देना तो और भी वर्थ था, क्योंकि प्रीमियर इंस्टीट्यूट है।